Well, hello everyone in first year, section 1 and 3, and welcome to the last official podcast of this first year of your career in the ECE program at Vanier. So yes, the last podcast, we will be covering the weeks of May 7th and May 14th. And I know that at this point in the semester, you're all ready to give it one big last push. Yes, one last big push. You're almost there. We are in the home stretch. And I hope you're not feeling like Sisyphus here, pushing the rock up the hill but never getting anywhere. And I especially hope that you don't end up like this in the last 2 weeks of the semester and having that big rock come crashing down on you. So if you have not already done so, go and get your agenda or your calendar or your phone or your paper where you are listing all of your assignments, and let's get organized. All right, so first of all, there is your month of May. And first reminder is that on Thursday, the 17th of May, it is a Friday schedule. So that's an important reminder. You do have school that day, but it will be your Friday classes. All right, the first thing I would like to draw to your attention is congratulations and a well done from Franca regarding the play course. She says that the play experiences you have planned have been developmentally appropriate and meaningful for the children, and she would like to congratulate you. She's very proud. I have also had some positive feedback from the children about the times that you guys have come into the lab to plan things for them, so that's great. Well done. All right, regarding my health course on Tuesday, the 8th of May, the topic will be mental health, a very important topic. To prepare for that, please read in our textbook chapters 2 and 12. That's on the topic of child mental health. And can you also read chapter 15 and chapter 16? That's on the topics of educator wellness, very important. And there are going to be tests, questions on the exam about that. So please read all of that to prepare. Also, if your group has not already done so, please submit the snack prep assignment document pack, and that is worth 20% of your final grade. All right, on Wednesday, the 9th of May, Franca will be doing a review for the last quiz in play, so an important class to go to there. Because then, yes, on the 11th, the Friday the 11th, is your quiz in play, and it is worth 12.5% of your final grade. It is covering all of the content that you have looked at since midterm, and to quote Franca, that's a lot. So get busy with that, reviewing on the 9th and then the quiz on the 11th. And Franca will post a study guide identifying the topics for that quiz. Also, on Friday the 11th, this will be a big day. It is the first group in your first aid class who will be doing the practical exam. The list of names of who is going on the 11th has been posted on Leia for you, so check that list. And if you are going on the 11th, remember that you need to get at least 75% on that practical exam. So the practical exam is the hands-on one where you'll be giving CPR and doing bandaging and things like that. And to prepare for that, Carmelina invites you to review chapters 1 through 15 in the textbook. So lots to cover there. All right, that's it for the week of the 7th. Now we're looking at the week of May 14th. And again, a reminder that on Thursday, the 17th, it is a Friday schedule here in Vanier land. All right, on Monday in your play course, you will be completing the analysis portion of the activity area grid. So you've already started the grid, but now you'll be analyzing your observations. And so altogether, your observations on the activity area grid and your analysis will go into your observation binder for the play course. Also on Monday the 14th, another big day, your sociology final paper is due. That is worth 20% of your final grade. And you also have a test in child development, test number 3, worth 30% of your grade on chapters 12 and 13. So a big day there. On Tuesday the 15th in my health course, our topic, one of my favorites, will be dental health. There will be questions on the exam about this as well, so please prepare by reading chapter 4 in the textbook. And just a reminder, again, that if you have not already done so, to submit your snack prep assignment documents. That's important to keep on track with that. On May the 15th, Tuesday, May 15th, it is the written exam in first aid. And again, you need to get at least 75% on that to be qualified in first aid by the Red Cross, and you will need that to go out into Practicum 1. So very important to do well on that written exam. And to prepare, you're sensing a theme here, review chapters 1 through 15 in the manual. All right, and then the 17th is the last day of classes. Woohoo! If you survive, you will have made it. On that day, if the weather permits, Franca will be taking you outside for the play course to look at some of the equipment that the lab has for outdoor play. And if the weather does not permit, she will be doing office hours that day. But remember, an experienced early childhood educator's definition of bad weather is probably very different from yours, so dress appropriately for outdoor play on the 17th of May. Also on the 17th, the second group will be doing the practical exam in first aid. So again, check the list on Leia to see if you're doing it on the 17th. You, again, will need to get 75% on that practical exam in order to be certified in first aid, and you will want to review chapters 1 through 15. Last but not least, by a long stretch, on Friday, the 18th of May, finally the exam in health will happen. We've been talking about it all semester. From 1 to 4 p.m. on Friday, the 18th of May, it will be worth 30% of your final grade. I have posted a study guide, so please consult that. And if you are registered at Access, make sure that you fill out the exam accommodation form and get that ball rolling. All right, that's it for homework for the winter of 2018. I do have some final words from Franca. She says she hopes that you have developed a greater realization of the importance of play and the vital role that it plays in child development. But she also reminds you that it's important that you get outside and play. So there you are, skipping down the sidewalk. So some important last words from Franca there. Always important to stay calm and breathe through the nose. People, we are in the home stretch. The end of the semester is in sight and almost within your grasp. As always, post any comments on this or any of the podcasts on YouTube. You can get a full transcript by clicking on transcript underneath the video. And stay tuned, because there may be one more announcement coming your way. I might have a fun podcast for you after classes end in May. That's it for me. Have a great week, everyone. Thanks. Bye.